Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, as you have seen, totally different background. Yes, I am in Berlin. I have just come back from the Inner Mongolia to Shanghai, which was like only a week ago. And now, I'm in Berlin again. Yeah, that is because I need to go back to get into the frontier of Berlin, the border of Berlin, to have a stamp on my visa because I'm still having a visa, like working visa. And according to the rules from the immigration offices, no matter what kind of visa, a foreigner has to come back within 180 days to be in Germany, and then you can go out again. Otherwise, this visa will turn invalid. And yes, because of this, I have to step in Germany. So now I'm in Berlin because elsewhere doesn't make sense. So yeah, that is why I flew here. And some of you might have asked, like, yeah, you have been in Germany for 12 years. Why are you still having a visa? Yeah, that's quite complicated. I could have got German nationality after 5 years of my stay in Berlin or in Germany. I could have got a long-term residence permit since years ago, but I didn't because there's a rule from the Chinese government. If you have a kid and this kid is born abroad, and if one of the parents is Chinese, like pure Chinese, if this parent does not change the nationality, if he or she does not get a long-term residence permit, then this kid can get a kind of travel document that is a replacement or an alternative of the visa. So this kid is basically foreigner, but he or she can be handled as Chinese kid and therefore does not need to apply for a visa every time when he or she flies back to China. And that is a great benefit because the application always lasts like 6 to 8 weeks. So that is the reason why I still trying to keep my status with this visa, because China does not allow dual nationalities. So since we have thought about having another kid, it is still not in our plan because it is not a good timing, because we still feel like our toddler is so active that we are physically not capable of handling a newborn at the moment, because we also have two dogs at the same time. So the second kid might be the number four. And this might be way too much for us because we both are still working and I am physically not quite fit. You might have seen, if you have followed our channel for a while, I'm like continuously sick because my immune system has become so weak, especially after my pregnancy. I have had a very hard pregnancy with this hyperemesis, which is an unstoppable pregnancy, nausea, and have thrown up all the time. Also, the water for 6 weeks during my pregnancy, and at the end, like in my third trimester, I finally could eat, but this kid was like hungry all the time, and then she turned too big after 1 week normal food, and then I took like 2 months and 3 weeks diet for the rest of my pregnancy, and it was totally a disaster. But afterwards, we figured out there was also research that these kind of kids or newborn babies often turn too big because of this hyperemesis problem. So our daughter was born like 4.13 kilogram. I almost could not make it because it was just too big, and I needed some medical help for the natural birth, because otherwise I had to get a C-section, which I didn't want. And she normally she didn't chew. Yeah, it was very intensive. And ever since my pregnancy, I feel like my body has been to the second phase of my life, which is just a way down the mountain. So it's really sad at the beginning. It was really depressing. But after that, I learned to accept my health status like this. So I'm still like way too stressed. I'm still like too weak. So it's not a good timing in this condition with this physical health and kind of stressful mental condition to have a second baby. So we both, my husband Sebastian and I, we both agree to have it a little bit later. And that is why I have to hold my visa still for a while. And I think it means that every half a year I have to come back to Germany again. It is really a lot of investment, right? But I don't want my first kid and my second kid to have different status. For the worst case scenario, I cannot come to China alone with both of my kids. I have to leave my first baby, abroad, which will be a catastrophe for me. So I just have to keep this like this for a while. And yeah, that is why I'm currently in Berlin. I have to say, it is really a weird feeling, after 12 years of living here, living abroad. This country has become my second hometown. It is really overwhelming to see, this environment, to see my old friends here again after half a year. It's quite a long time for me because I have never been back for over 3 months ever since I come to Germany. So it is such a long time, and I really miss my, parents-in-law, my families, and my friends here. But on the other hand, China is anyway my hometown, so I'm switching between these two hometowns and these two systems, different languages, and I'm switching from my Chinese me to my German or Western me, because the mindset, the ways to handle dealing with things is so different. And yeah, I automatically switch when I fly overseas. It's really difficult to describe it, but I'm very happy to be here and very happy to see my friends again. So yeah, I will upload you guys another video about Berliner life and Berliner landscape and the views that I've got from my life very soon. And please follow our channel if you would like to know more about our China, Germany, international life and international relationship as digital nomads. See you soon. Take care.
At 29 and I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward.